Here we're at the Conococheague Basin. We're going to look at the detour when they closed the canal at the Conococheague Aqueduct, and this is how you get around it. Park's current plans, they'll be closing the towpath here in a couple days and rerouting the traffic up through Williamsport, across the bridge there and back down the other side as they rebuild the aqueduct here. On the berm side, they're going to build a concrete wall, making it look like wood, like the 1920s wall. Restore that, restore the water in it so the canal boats can come and cross the aqueduct. You're wondering, well, how do I get around the detour? Well, we're going to show you. Stick with us. We can see the Route 11 bridge beyond. We can see there's a pathway here to our left. We're going to take that and make our way around. Go down this. It's going to go up to, I believe it's Fenton Street. And then cross the Conococheague there at a bridge, and then back down through Williamsport to Conococheague Basin. The bypass here, it's crushed stone, laid out really nice, and follows our way up into town. Here at the gate, we're going to cross through and continue on up the hill there. As we've come up the gravel hill, we've hit blacktop. We have to continue on up that. Here's our transition from gravel to blacktop. We need to keep going. We've seen some homes here on our right. As we look over on the left, tanneries over there. We're going to go up there on the corner and hang a right. Things here on our left as we go out is all part of the old tannery, Byron Tannery. Come down here to the stop sign, and we're going to make a right, follow 68 into Williamsport. The intersection, we look around and we see the brick plant across from us. Now we turn right and head toward Williamsport. Someone told me that they're going to have people cross the road and walk down on the left side. I can see there's more of a shoulder over here to walk on. Here closer to the bridge, our walkway is getting smaller and smaller. We'll see what happens when we get to the bridge. Down here at the bridge, we see there is a sidewalk on this side, and we'll go across on it. Peeking over the railing at the Conococheague, we can see it's flowing pretty good, and also that there's a bunch of debris right there before the bridge. Look out across. Now we'll continue with our walk. Downhill side now, and on both edges we see the water just rushing out. Here in the middle it's blocked by the debris, and on both ends we see it rushing out. Now we'll swing back and continue on up for our walk. Now we're coming to the other side, and this is the start of Williamsport, Maryland. So we'll have to walk up the hill here to the light, and then make a right and head down the Conococheague Basin. Continue on our hike up the hill to the light. Closer, a little bit more, we'll be up to the light. Back we see the C&O Grill and Pub. So if you're doing the bypass, here's a place to stop and get something to eat and drink. Alright, here we are coming up on the light. We're going to make a right here, follow Potomac Street back down to the Conococheague Basin. Slight looking around, we're in the middle of downtown Williamsport. Some of the stores and shops. Swing around. If you knew where Wolf's on the Square was, it's that green lot there. They had a fire. We'll continue our walk up this hill, then it'll be down to the basin. We're looking at some of the houses along the way, and we're almost to the top of the hill. We hear the church bells. Coming up on the church. We're marking 7 o'clock. That's whose bells we heard. Nice looking church. Continue on. We're making our way down the hill here back to the Conococheague Basin. Looking at some of the houses as we go by. And I give you an idea of what you're into if you're making this detour. We're getting closer. There it is at the bottom of the hill. As we make our way down, we look across the street there, used to be Miller's Lumber Yard. This is the area that the Park Service is looking to move their headquarters to in this region. On down we go. Walk ends here. It's going to put us out in the street to walk. There is a bike lane, so at least we got some kind of protection. Up here on the sidewalk and continue down. Well, as we look over here toward Miller's Lumber, there's an old stone house that's part of the complex. Looks nice, doesn't it? All right, as we get down here at the bottom, it's an old house on the right. Looks like it's been around for a long time, and on we go. That was the last house we're coming to. Now we're coming to the basin itself. We look over across the street, we can see the Chesapeake in Ohio National Historical Park, Conococheague Basin, National Park Service, U.S. Department of the Interior. Come down to the end of the sidewalk, it ends. We walk down a little bit of grass into the street. Here we see Conococheague's Brick, Coal, and Fuel Oil. This is the building here, the warehouse at the Conococheague Basin. Right around the building, head back to the towpath. As we pop out around the building, we can see some of the canal boats in the basin. There is free rides on the canal. You can call up and reserve yourself a spot. But we keep following this gravel road in, and we'll get back to the canal towpath. We could see it there on the other side of the basin. We see a gate. There's a pathway leading back to the towpath. We'll follow that around. Here we're back where we can see the aqueduct. This is what they'll be working on. The road comes up and meets the towpath. Gonna cross the aqueduct. We swing. Here's the towpath. We'll turn left to continue our walk down the towpath. So that was the detour. Now we'll turn back around. If you're going north or west, you'll be coming up here and making a right and following our little walk in reverse, our little detour. This kind of gives you a nice look here at the basin and some cars crossing the Route 11 bridge. Okay, this is Exploring John at the Conococheague Basin. See you next time.